Technology is moving incredibly quickly, so much so that even as someone who makes tech videos here on YouTube, I find it difficult to keep up with everything that's going on in the tech space. What's up guys, this is AK, and if that sounds familiar, not to worry because this is everything you need to know about the AI space right now. Okay, first let's catch you up on this Ghibli trend. In March 2025, OpenAI launched image generation with GPT-4o, only for paid users. That meant you could recreate images in various styles, but this one particular style went immediately viral on social media. Why? Because it was inspired by the hand-drawn animations by Studio Ghibli. So OpenAI decided to extend this feature to its free users, although with limitations on how many images you can generate. And that became so viral that OpenAI reported 1 million new users in an hour. 1 million. That makes ChatGPT one of the fastest growing platforms of our time. And that led to the proliferation of these AI-generated images. Now, there has been an ongoing debate about whether this is ethical, which isn't anything new. In fact, I made a video about this exact topic some time ago, which you can find in the description below. Oh, and that's not all. It turns out that ChatGPT has gotten so good at analyzing and designing images that you could highlight a certain part of its generation and change it or update it in a certain way. This feature has a lot of potential, but moving on number 2 we have Meta AI. Let's talk about Llama by Meta, which is probably the latest happening in the tech space right now. Recall that blue donut you see on WhatsApp and Instagram? Turns out it's getting updated, and if what they claim is true, it may be better than ChatGPT at certain tasks like reasoning, programming, and maths. It's also better at languages, all while being more efficient than ChatGPT. It comes in 3 models. Llama 4 Scout, which is compact, Llama 4 Maverick, which is slightly bigger, and Llama 4 Behemoth, which, as the name suggests, is the biggest with 2 trillion parameters. Parameters roughly equate to how well a model can solve problems. So Scout is good at processing documents and text, Maverick is good at coding, reasoning, and creative writing, and Behemoth is still under training. So as I mentioned earlier, the blue donut will be running Llama 4 Maverick. Meta also claims that the answers provided by Llama will cover a variety of viewpoints and won't be as biased as some of the other AI models. Bias and censorship in AI is real and could be a whole other video. Switching gears, let's talk about the AI model from China that shook the stock market. In March 2025, DeepSeek updated their V3 model, and just to be clear, this isn't their reasoning model. But as you can see for yourself, as shown by the dark blue bar graph here, V3 outperforms ChatGPT 4.5 and Claude, especially in coding and math-based applications. As for the reason why they would update V3 instead of R1, it's probably because they don't just want to rely on being a good reasoning model, but rather an all-rounded model for various applications. And to demonstrate, I made this simple, sleek-looking game inside of DeepSeek with just one prompt. My mind is blown, but at the same time, I'm really concerned. Moving on to another major AI tool which often gets overshadowed by ChatGPT, Google Gemini. Google just released Gemini 2.5 Pro and it is beating all other major AI models right now. Why? Because its context window of 1 million tokens is probably the highest of any AI tool right now. Basically, it can read multiple books worth of content at one go. Secondly, it has reasoning baked in, and Google claims it's their most intelligent model yet. As the term reasoning suggests, the AI spends a bit more time and computation to fact check and reason through problems before giving you an answer. It's currently beating OpenAI's O3 Mini and DeepSeek R1, which is pretty impressive for an experiment. And finally, to wrap up, I just want to touch upon AGI. If this is your first time hearing the term, AGI stands for Artificial General Intelligence, which means a technology that can think, learn, and understand stuff like humans can. There's several companies like OpenAI and Google DeepMind that are racing to achieve AGI. So Google DeepMind recently released a paper to talk about its safety approaches towards the technology. They say it could arrive by the year 2030 and could cause severe harm and existential risks. This paper comes at a time when companies are more focused on improving their AI models and creating the next big thing over safety considerations. Now you may ask, what does this mean for me? To keep it simple, a few things. Number 1, AGI may arrive faster than you think, maybe in the next decade. Number 2, it may affect the economy, jobs, and healthcare more than we can imagine. Number 3, as people on the receiving end of this technology, we should demand more transparency from tech companies about the risks of AGI. Number 4, we need policies, we need laws and rules that limits what AI can do so that misinformation, public safety, and manipulation of elections can be avoided. Lastly, we need to constantly be in the loop with what's happening and keep upgrading ourselves rather than becoming passive consumers. So that sums up some of the major happenings in the AI space in the past months. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.